Man, every time I hear that intro, makes me just want to try to sing. Down my Gypsy Road. Welcome, everybody. It's a raining day in Seattle, just pouring down ugly rain.
Love it.
We had to do a lot of maneuvering this morning where Bob usually sits, getting soaked. So we had to make some changes.
Yeah.
But what else is new, right? Ancient lost city we're talking today, because there's a lot of lost cities out there that we just don't really, that they exist. We just don't talk about them. Yeah. I mean, we talk about the lost city of Atlantis. Everybody knows about the lost city of Atlantis, but there really is a lot of lost cities out there that we just don't talk about. We don't care.
It could be Atlantis. They don't know where the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It could be Atlantis.
Yeah. I mean, there's, the question is always, why a city is even lost even in the first place. Unless you're a superstar.
I'm looking at the. Oh, yeah, it is. The rainbow for me is upside down. What the hell?
And since we're exploring the lost city, of course, that's why I got my Indiana Jones hat. And some of you out there like, Eric, how do we know that's a real Indiana Jones hat? I'll tell you how. Because in this hat, it says Indiana Jones. No, it's not the official company that actually made the hats for the movies. This is just a knockoff that I got at Disneyland one year when I was kids. That's all it is. So it's not the real original hat. There's no Mandela changes on this hat, but it's there. Yeah. And first of all, thank you guys coming on a Monday. I appreciate it. I don't know what all the weather's like out there, but I mean, hearing the news, I mean, there's bad weather everywhere. I still feel bad for the people in Texas that, I mean, it's Bob, I know you're here in the States right now, but what have you heard about the UK? What's their weather like in the UK right now? Is it crazy or is it just normal?
I heard it's cold. I heard it's like nasty cold, like really cold, miserable cold. That's what everyone says. Like, okay, well,
it's like Indiana Vader. That's a good one. I never thought about that. Indiana Vader. I never thought about that. That's
Yeah, it's miserable cold over there. I know. Typical UK weather, which is normal over there at this time of year. Of course, there's locusts in Africa all over, Middle East all over, tsunamis, massive storms. I'm not trying to be a fear monger. In fact, I strictly talk facts and science because I've checked out the weather thing, and it's just like, okay, it's not just the United States of America, people. It's the rest of the globe too. There's snow in Jordan, like snow in like desert places. Miserable, man, for a lot of people. Miserable.
It's like I hate to use the word, it's the new normal, right? The new normal.
They keep feeding us that we have to use now. The new normal, the new normie is the new normie.
I think what happened was when Elon Musk sent that car in space, it kind of triggered something. I don't know. Maybe it took a trip around the sun and made some changes where the car itself took the Earth and kind of made the axle change a little bit, and now we're getting different weather.
Yes,
maybe a movie like Dead of the Bill Murray movie, The Dead Don't Die. Maybe that's really is happening.
Yes, it's something going on because this also could be. I'm just trying to throw things out from what I learned in college. Even if you have a large object that's coming towards, it could be flat. It don't fucking matter, flat earthers. Whatever the substrate is, it could become anything large coming towards something like this could also disrupt weather patterns. So everything's on the table at the moment. Is Planet 9 on its way, Eric? Are the Anunnaki on their way? My God, they're coming home to roost.
Talking about zombies, I really can't wait until next month when the new zombie movie from Zack Snyder hits YouTube. and they already got the poster out. You can see the poster. It's called the Army of the Dead. And there's a poster already out, and this is supposed to be.
Wait.
What's it? Did you say something?
Zack Snyder. What did he make? No, Zack Snyder. What was he famous for? Is he the Ghost Hunter guy?
No, not that. No, that's Zack something else. No, remember, Zack Snyder is the one who when he first hit the I don't know if you want to call it mainstream, is when he remade Dawn of the Dead, where he remade the one in the 90s or whatever it is. Awesome remake. He made a good remake. He did the movie The Watchmen. He did the movie The Man of Steel, Justice League, and he's the one that's doing the Snyder Cut and all that. So Netflix hired him for a new zombie movie called Army of the Dead, and it's something it's going to be based out of Vegas.
Oh, wow!
It's going to be based out of Vegas, and I don't know the full survivors take all. You see how it shows money and like the money everywhere.
Oh, this is going to be good.
So he's made a zombie movie before, and Zombie of the Dead was a fantastic zombie movie. I mean, Dawn of the Dead, the remake. He made the original was good.
Yeah,
but he actually did justice on a remake. Made it like, you could add it. Didn't embarrass it or nothing. And I like his take on movies. I think he's an awesome writer. He's also a writer, and I like. I mean, if you look at his style of superhero movies, he makes them dark. He makes it like closer to real life, which I like. More real life. So, but this one sounds bonkers. It sounds crazy. Let me see. Is there Let me see here. Zach. Oh shit! I don't know what the hell I just did here. Hold on. The Army of the Dead. What is the Army of the Dead about? Let's see if there's like a short description of what the Army of the Dead's about. Let's see here. Army of the Dead follows a group of mercenaries. There you go. All you need is mercenaries as they attempt to heist at a Las Vegas casino during a zombie outbreak. So basically, it sounds like an Ocean 11, but they're doing an Ocean 11 during a zombie outbreak.
Ocean 11 during a zombie out. It's like Ocean 11 meets Shaun of the Dead, right? Is that what this sounds like to me? It's like if Shaun of the Dead, they were a bunch of thieves. That's kind of cool. Weather manipulation.
Weather manipulation is out of the question either. Out of the question.
Yeah. I don't think it's weather manipulation. I don't think that. I actually.
What's the name of that movie? About the weather, about actually controlling the weather.
Oh, The Day After Tomorrow.
No. The weather.
Day After Tomorrow.
No. Was there a movie called? What was it called? A movie called White House Down or White House Down or White House. Fuck! Don't you hate it when what's that?
And they're controlling the weather in this movie?
Yes. They control the weather in this movie. Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's a movie where they control the weather. They actually have this thing in space, and it actually controls the weather. But what's that actor's name? Butler, Bob? Something Butler? He plays in 300?
Yeah. Something Butler.
Hold on, Gerald. His name is Gerald Butler. Give me a second. Gerald Butler. He's the one that starred in it. This movie got the worst freaking ratings ever. And when I watched it, I'm like, Not that bad. Not that. Where is it? Let's see here. Let me see. Angel has fallen. No, that's not it. Hunter killer. No. God, what? Playing for keeps. Dragon. Machine gun preach. Machine gun preacher. That sounds.
That sounds good. I'm gonna write that one down. Machine gun preacher.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Geostorm. So, and it wasn't that bad as people said it was. I actually enjoyed it for how stupid it kind of was. Where basically, Bob, the Earth is so bad they created there's ships in space that has like these satellites all around the Earth.
I've seen that.
And it creates the weather on Earth. So if you wanted to rain, you wanted to pour, you wanted to snow. So the main story of this line, they wanted to kill the president. So they wanted to kill the president by using this geostorm.
And they hacked it, right?
Or whatever wants to become president. So they do something, they mess up with the programs of the AI to screw up the Earth. And of course, Geo Butler is the genius scientist who's a badass beer drinker who's also a genius on the side that built it. Has to fly up and figure out why his geostorm that they fired, because they fired him.
Yeah.
They fired him because, he's a on the edge smart professor guy. He's an Albert Einstein on drugs. So and for as crazy as it sounds, it's one of those like the movie The Core, kind of a guilty, kind of a pleasure, kind of
yeah.
It was so lame. It was actually good.
I think I saw it. I liked it. I forgot it even.
He was a scientist who lives in a trailer park. Not trailer park, but it wasn't bad.
Geostorm. Yeah, so that must be what's going on with the weather, everybody. Hang in there, Texas. Hang in there with their my advice for you guys in Texas with your ultra high electric bills is to use your social security number and your corresponding router to the Federal Reserve and pay off your bill with it, because I paid off mine for a whole year with it when it had thousands of dollars. I always like to slip that in there.
I wanted to ask Shelly if she can clip my dog's nails. My English bulldog needs her nails clipped, and she's not an easy dog to hold down. The nails. but hey, guys, we're gonna be talking about the Lost City for a second, but I want to show some of you, if you have not signed up on my website. I'm not gonna show you my website, but I'm just gonna type it in here. If you haven't signed up, because what I'm going to show is what I sent out on the weekend. I wanted to start sending it out a day earlier, but Bob, we get so busy, it's so hard to do some of this stuff, and then sometimes I'm so tired at night I can't do it. But let me show you what I sent out, just so you guys get a good idea. If I sent out a newsletter Sunday night, because that's where I get my free time. When everybody goes to bed, I stay up. And I just sent it out Saturday to give you an extra day. And what I do is, on this newsletter, it's going to get better and better. It's once I get more into it. But what I do is, if you can see here, you can see it. I always talk about the 3 shows that we're going to do in the week. You guys know it in advance. So, for example, today's show is about the lost city of Khmer Empire. And I usually try to post a story within that empire. So you can actually read it, get an idea of what we're kind of talking about, and then you can take this and research it on your own.
Yeah.
So when you guys come back on that show on Monday, you already kind of have an idea to help us out. Say, hey, look, guys, look what I found out about this lost city. So, and then, so, and they're not short. Some of these are longer. And then I put a button. And I make it simple. Monday show. That button will make it where you go in there, you can put a bell on Monday show. And then if you go to Tuesday here,
that's smart.
You will see here, Tuesday we're doing a show called Down the Matrix Hole.
Yes.
And you see here that I have a guest coming on this Tuesday. He's been on our show before.
Wednesday.
Bigfoot Anomius is Connor Flynn is coming back on. If you've seen him before, he's very energetic. He's very
yeah, knowledgeable.
You guys have awesome ideas. Well, Val, I don't know if you know this. I don't think I told you this, Val. Are you now, Val? Are you still there? If you're there, I should show you this. I should have let you know about something that you should know about, and I'll show you right now since Val is here.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
Well, Val, I'm going to show you something, Val. Let me go here for a second. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, Val. Here you go, Val. Now, Val, if you go down, Val, to my paranormal section, you can see here, Val, but guess what I did? I add in who I feel are the real people of the paranormal stuff. Okay? So, if you go here, click on the paranormal, look, I got my friend Val on here. I little about her from her website, from her channel, and I put 2 videos of her investigation. Every 2 weeks, I'll be posting 2 different other videos. So I post who I feel that are real contributors of in the field. People that I could say, hey, guys, I trust this paranormal investigation group. I trust this
down and dirty.
I trust them. And by these links, of course, these links take you to their YouTube page. Not my page. It takes you to their, not the ones that I did an interview with them, their own YouTube page, and you can check it out. And they got a lot of investigations. So you know, next week I'll probably put 2 more different videos that they do, so you guys can like, hey, what investigation group I can check out? Hey, let's go to Eric's page. He kind of lets us know who he thinks are the people you could trust. And of course, yeah, you know. And like I said, I also have an Ed and Lorraine Warren case file where I do different cases of them where you can watch it. So I just wanted to show Val that, you know, I put people who I trust on this. Now, going back to hold on a second. Now going back, like I said, Bigfoot Anonymous is coming on, and he wants to, you know, he's very energetic. He's very outspoken. Me, Bob, will probably have to get a lot of water, drink a lot of beers, because he can talk through the whole show.
Yeah.
And then Friday, we're going to be breaking down Nightmare on Elm Street. And not just Nightmare. It's about people using the dreams, like Slender Man and stuff, and how they use dreams of, you know, to manipulation to get you. And I have a cool article on this you guys should read. Yes, it turns out that if you die in a dream, you could die in real life.
Yeah.
No one tell Freddy. So I got this cool article, Dreams in Which I'm Dying. You know, it's about dreams, and that's a Friday show. And of course, sometimes if I do a show on my website, I'll post it here that I already have a show that's up. I did a show called Mandela Effect Community is Hurting Themselves. So if you guys care about what do I mean by hurting themselves, just watch the video. And not technically what I mean, like, don't make it like Eric saying they're hurting themselves. It's just more of that sometimes people make things out of nothing, where somehow in the community, people are saying that the movie Bliss is part of, is making fun of Mandela Effect. And
not really.
That video was just me expressing, saying, no, they're not. Hollywood is not making fun of Mandela Effect, and the main reason why they're not is there's no money to be made from Mandela Effect. They made one movie, and the movie was so bad that they couldn't even put it out in theaters, and the movie was only on VOD. And if you search that, the movie, 80% of the people who watched Mandela Effect movie were people that's in the Mandela Effect community. So nobody watches it because, and you're like, oh, well, Eric, how do you know that, Eric? Well, I belong to the horror Reddit community. I belong to the sci-fi community, the science fiction movies. I belong to a lot of movie communities, horror communities, and nobody. When I talk to these people, none of these people, not one person, Bob, have ever heard of the Mandela Effect movie, and none of
they watch it, they like it.
Yeah, and none of these people ever watched that episode in Criminal's Mind, which Criminal's Mind took a slap, but you only got one movie and one show. And guys, X-Files don't count. X-Files talks about every single theory out there, and you have a person who believes in it and a person who don't believe in it on everything. I mean, that's X-Files. So when people say X-Files was making fun of Mandela, no, they weren't.
No.
They talk about every conspiracy that there is, and Mulder always believes in it, and Scully doesn't. That's the show.
Yeah. I don't think they even know. I don't think people intentionally go out and make these movies thinking about a certain group of people. It's not because there's no money to be made. Everything boils down to making a buck off. You're not going to waste millions of dollars on a fucking movie just to piss off 30,000 people. You know, a handful of people. It's not that. It's not.
Dude, I am ready for Godzilla versus King Kong myself.
Yeah.
I watched that trailer, right? I watched that trailer, and I'm telling you right now, I could just watch that trailer, and I'm happy about it because the movie could suck. It could suck. But that trailer makes that movie look badass. And you know what? That's the job of a trailer, to make it look badass. And right before we get into the Lost City, and I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know if I mentioned this on the channel before about sometimes trailers, they do a damn good job. And what I mean is, it's when you already saw a movie once before and the movie was all right, you know, Justice League was all right, and then they put out a new trailer because they're doing a whole new remix. And when they make a trailer look badass, when you already saw the first time, they did their job. Godzilla versus King Kong is coming out in March. Army of the Dead is coming out in March, and you know I recommend it. So guys, like I said, if you want to sign up to the website, and the reason you got to sign up to the website is if you don't, I don't know how for me to send you that weekly newsletter. And eventually, guys, on that newsletter, I will be having sections where Bigfoot sightings, UFO sightings. But when you're doing it by yourself, you're doing it at night, it's kind of hard to until I get everything everything like set, right? Okay, I can put it here. I can put it here. And I need help from you guys out there in the chat. I need stories from you guys. If you guys hear a brand new Bigfoot sighting, let me know. And I'll put that in the newsletter.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, definitely with information like that. Yeah, put it in that newsletter.
G versus K doesn't need to show too much in the next trailer. No, they don't. They don't even have to do another trailer. Dude, first of all, big monsters fighting each other. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. Monsters fighting monsters. That's all I need. Listen.
Like WWF wrestling.
Guys, I'm one of those weird suckers. Yes, doesn't Rowan? Justice League Snyder Cut looks like it's like when you watch that trailer, it's like, fuck, this is like a brand new movie. What? It's like, it's kind of crazy. And then anybody wants to get geeky about it, what it did is they took out all the scenes that was done by another director when they fired him. They took all that out, and then Zack Snyder, who's doing Army of the Dead, redid his own scenes and put in those spots and put everything he wanted in the movie. He even got his Joker back from Suicide Squad, and so it's going to be badass. I think. I want to say Tom Murr's here, Hobbs here, Juan Torres is here, Angelica is here, our good friend Game Sino Sanat is here. He's got a cool he does a cool channel where he's in his tank and just blows shit up.
There you go.
Sometimes I'll watch his channel just to see him blow shit up.
Yeah, I like this.
I'll make a comment. He's blowing shit up. So Through the Veil, sketches, and all that. Carla Webster is here. So guys, remember this Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street. We're gonna be talking about the dreams. About can we really die in these dreams? Is it really? Because Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of a different kind of a horror movie. When we had those typical horror movies, you know, good slashers. Nightmare was kind of a fresh of breath air where they took a new approach. The only thing that's weird, if you really think about it now, right? I should talk about this Friday, but if you really think about it, it's kind of weird to think about this. That in Nightmares went 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, you kind of start rooting for Freddy Krueger to kick everybody's ass. I'm thinking that you're technically rooting for a pedophile.
Yeah, kill children.
I mean, really.
I think he just killed them.
It's kind of weird, right? It's like, damn, you know, technically Freddy Krueger is a pedophile, and now you're rooting for him to kill everybody. It kind of like
they voted Biden in, so I mean,
it's kind of like when you watch Revenge of the Nerds, how Revenge of the Nerds is a funny movie where that nerd drugged that girl to sleep with her. Now you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
technically raped her.
Look back now, you're like, yeah.
Here we go. There was a story about many Vietnam guys died in their sleep. Think that it was have to look that. Hey, Val, that would be a freaking awesome story. If you could find that, email that story to me. I mean, I would love to have that story for Friday. I mean, this is why guys, when we do a movie on a Friday, we're not talking about like a regular movie review. We're breaking down the meaning of why this movie's created. I like the old Freddy movies. Wasn't keen on the new ones. Freddy will always be Robert Englund. Oh, I mean, listen.
Yeah,
last night I actually watched the original Nightmare, the first one, and I actually watched the remake. Now the remake wasn't bad. The actor played Freddy different, which he should have, because you can't replace Robert Englund. So when you watch a remake, you don't want it to copy too much. Kind of like watching Rob Zombie's Halloween versus John Carpenter. They're different, but sometimes you want them different, because if they try to make the exact same movie and it falls apart, you know, then you're gonna bash it more. But if it fell apart because they're trying something new, I can respect that.
Yeah.
But you're not going to replace Robert Englund. Remember, Robert Englund was that nice little alien in the show V.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart of a man in V. Then he became an evil nightmare monster guy. It's kind of crazy, but at least he's a hit at Comic-Con. So he was like, my life has been made. Now I can go to Comic-Con for the rest of my life.
Oh, awesome. A good friend, Black Sheep Researcher, is in the house.
There's the man.
No. He'll have some good stuff probably on this too. Now, guys, let's talk about this. What's this? Primetime bitch. Freddy Krueger was awesome. He was. I like the first one the best because he was the darkest. He got a little bit too jokey in the other ones, but you know, they're good. Some of them are good. But guys, the show's called Ancient Lost City of Khmer Empire Uncovered in Cambodia. Okay. Now, first of all, let me share Google Maps. Let's find out where this place is even at.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Show them.
Now, you can see here on the left, United States of America. Now, I'm in the Northwest. If you look to the right, you see that little red dot. This is where this lost city is. I'm going to zoom in on the lost city. Let me zoom in. Let me get it right there in the middle. And you can see it's beneath China, above Australia, which, man, Australia grows bigger and bigger every day.
Yeah, it keeps changing a little bit.
Look how big Australia is. Here,
America.
Look at this. This is America. Australia could almost fit all of America. I'm just saying. This is not a Mandela Effect show today.
No.
But if Texas Danny was here, he could probably explain more on why it's bigger.
Yeah, it's turning into Indonesia. Pretty soon it'll just be Indonesia. There'll be no more Australia.
So you can see down here, Cambodia. Reading closer.
Cambodia.
Khmer Empire is by Water Tony Sapp, and I wonder if anybody's ever been to Bob, in the Navy. Have you actually been to Cambodia?
I have been near it, around it, without giving away too much information and get myself in trouble. But I've been around it. Yes, they were very. They had a lot of death in Cambodia. Killing fields. A lot of death. A lot of Eric and I talked about. There's a whole lot more that happened. Cambodia sat neutral around there around Vietnam time, but.
Oh, Bob, you're breaking up. Can you hear me, Bob? Hey, Bob, you're breaking up. Hello? Let me see.
Oh, I know.
Let me see.
Back?
You're breaking up pretty bad. Are you there? Huh. Okay.
Am I back?
I can hear you now. Can you see us? Hello? Did you go outside or are you inside?
You hear me?
Yeah,
no, I'm the same spot. I'm just letting it clear up. Sometimes it's like it does this in a wave.
Yeah, the Freddy Krueger thing I sent you was in Cambodia. Oh, really? Really? What? I'm interested in that now. Freddy Krueger, Cambodia. Huh. Bob, I think we lost you again.
No, I'm back. I think I'm back. I'm letting it settle down. A lot of energy.
Oh yeah, there's some energy here. Let me I'm gonna pull up for a second. Let me pull up some things here. I'm gonna get rid of some here. I'm gonna pull up Cambodia. Let me show some pictures of Cambodia. Ancient city uncovered. Is this the okay?
Back.
Velocity. Now, people. The reason I brought up some movies because if you guys remember the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, George Lucas has always designed his movies from stories. The Indiana Jones Temple of Doom was really technically based on the Khmer Empire discovered in Cambodia. I don't know if none of you guys really know that. I'm gonna show you guys this. I'm gonna show you guys this for a second, and I'm sure Black Sheep knows a lot about this himself. Here we go. Basically, I don't know how the hell you pronounce this. Jayavarman II, royal crown, was the 9th century king of Cambodia, widely recognized as the founder of the Khmer Empire, the dominant civilization on the Southeast Asian mainland until his mid-15th century. Now, in the movie, and here's some images of what like the statues kind of show what he looks like, so you guys can see it here.
Oh yeah.
Now, in the movie, if you remember Temple of Doom. Now, this is not a flat Earth show. Sorry. In Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, it was about, I don't know what they call it, Bob, in the Indiana Jones movie, but he went on a mission to find the three rocks.
Three rocks, yeah.
Power. And in Cambodia, it was called Lena. The stones are called Lena. So basically, this guy, used this stone and it made him like a god. It's supposedly like the Indiana Jones. It supposedly gave him powers. What's he saying? Yes, I first heard about the Empire many years ago as it appears in a Sid Meier Civilization game. Oh wow, it's kind of cool where you hear this stuff. So like Indiana Jones, this is real life. He had like a rock kind of stone. I can't find pictures, but there's a lot of good documentaries, and there's actually a TV show. I know a lot of people think Hollywood's all freaking shells and stuff. I get it. I get it. But not that one. Not that one. That's the wrong one. Where is it? Oh, here. Hold on a second. Share screen. Let me show this here. Temple of the Doom. There's actually an episode on Expedition Unknown. Where they actually had a look. They actually put in a look in the Temple of Doom of what this rock looks like. So what it says here, it's 1802 AD in the Southeast Asia, and a mysterious ruler named Jalavarman II appears on the scene. Inscription says he founded a city in the mountain where he conducted a strange ritual. Supposedly, mystical priests used spells and powerful magic to give a sacred stone artifact. So the sacred stone. So basically, the known as linga. The divine powers of the Hindu god Shiva. The king gave anyone else control of the stone would have the ability to incinerate all enemies. Almost identical to the Temple of Doom movie. So I want to see if I can find a picture of this. So now when you guys go back and you watch Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, just think about how this movie is really about this city in Cambodia. Here we go. Let me show some pictures of this, of what they think it looks like. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this ain't boring to you people.
It'll get good here in a minute. I got information.
So you guys see here? So these are like different. Now, I think this is the one they use in the movie. They use this in Indiana Jones.
Now, understand, guys, the composition of those rocks is quartz. Understand that. It's irrelevant to understand at this moment.
And Bob, why? Why quartz? Now, didn't you and I did a show last week about what?
Quartz.
Crystal skulls. Where the main power of crystal skulls came from what?
Quartz or silica. Quartz. Yeah.
And quartz is supposed to have what? Powers.
Yeah, well, it stores energy.
Stores energy, yes.
Fusion. Stores it. I think it's in the lifesavers in Star Wars. I think your lifesaver has a quartz in it where the laser comes.
Yeah, it's a crystal.
Yeah.
In Star Wars, they don't call it that, but it's the crystal that gives it so power. Yeah, I
you look at your lifesaver.
Well, my lightsaber has a crystal in it.
Yeah, just like they do over there in that place.
It's like a lightsaber.
Let's get it out, man.
Well, a lightsaber.
It's a real lifesaver.
It's dead.
There's a crystal in it, right? The concept is that, George Lucas was. What did he know? Obviously, there's a crystal in it. That's the way it's supposed to run. It's supposed to have a thing that goes through the crystal, and then they make their own lifesavers. The Jedi.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I wouldn't doubt if they had lifesavers back then, because of the use of crystals. And why would they not? Are we saying that they had lifesavers back in that time? Probably. It's just a basic concept.
God, I forgot how take this apart because there's a crystal in here that you can replace the crystal, and you can get different colors off this lightsaber.
Oh, it shines through the crystal.
Yeah.
Just like the actual real lightsaber that the Jedi warrior had.
Yeah.
Anybody have a wool hood and a big staff?
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, say something real quick. I know I got an extra crystal.
Saying something. Yeah, it's an interesting city, guys, because number one, it's the largest. It's larger than Egypt. This is something that nobody ever talks about. They don't ever talk about this place. It's thought to be now archaeologists went to school for archaeology, anthropology, to be older than Egypt. Okay, listen to that one. So this place has a lot of strange carvings. It has carvings, little miniature carvings on every fucking inch of that place, with the exception of doorways. That's it. The place has micro carvings. It's like multiple football fields. It's huge temple, huge, and if you do your sacred geometry,
Okay.
you take a look at it, you'll see Jacob's sacred geometry with this thing.
All right.
It's really interesting.
I have a crystal.
Here you go. Break out the crystal. Break out the good crystal, Eric. Show it to him.
Hold on.
My God.
Where is it? Huh. Damn. Oh, here it is. I haven't done this in a long time. So basically, oh, shoot. The color's green. Hold on, Bob.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Green.
Yeah, we're in the middle of, guys, of Star Wars technology. We're having a Star Wars technology moment at the moment. Whatever. Here we go. Yeah, you can show right here.
Okay. You can see it's green.
It's green.
Right? And right now, this is red. But
red.
with the crystal of the power, watch. You put it in, and then it turns green.
Yes.
See how it turns green?
Yes.
Basically, that's what a quark power does.
It's what quartz power does. It makes toys glow. Don't forget that green is actually the color that it's rejecting. It's the crystal poop. So it's technically taking in the color purple. Remember, everything is the opposite of what you think in your eye holes. Always think the opposite. It's technically purple.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny. You are now mine.
Nice. Oh my God, that's nice.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me
Master.
Ah.
So basically, Bob, they have different quartz colors, and if you put different quartz in these, it does something different. It lights up in different colors.
Yeah.
And then also, like the lightsaber that is dead has the red one. So I have a red and a green one.
I mean, but it's not really quartz, right? That's actually plastic.
That,
quartz. Is it real quartz? Is it plastic?
I bought the real quartz. You can buy plastic ones.
Oh.
And you can actually buy one that are real quartz.
Oh,
The one I have there is a real quartz.
Oh, that's real quartz. Oh, that's cool.
That's the only reason why I'm showing you. I'm not showing you a plastic one.
Okay.
I'm not showing you a real quartz.
Yes, quartz is the major conversation here, guys. It's important you guys understand this lost city and quartz. I know it sounds fucking weird at the moment because you're thinking, okay, lost city, all these weird hieroglyphs and stories and pictures and history, and then now they keep bringing up fucking quartz toys. Come on. Seriously.
Wow, look at this. The Center of Disease Control began tracking a mysterious rash of a sudden, unexplained nocturnal deaths occurring apparently healthy male immigrants from Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia.
Oh shit! Now this happened in the States, or this happened over there in Cambodia or Vietnam? Where did this happen? Yeah. Okay. Explain
Look
that.
right there. I made a video on just how important crystals are and how deep it is.
Oh,
Yeah, Black Sheep, you got a wrench. Put your video link to those crystals in the link, so people can jump over because you know, Bob, a lot of these shows are related. You
yeah,
know,
well, we're education.
Crystal Skull and this, and you know, one of the things that like if you want to break down clues, George Lucas, typical Doom show, a lot of kids being slavery. Well, in Cambodia, they weren't so nice to a lot of these kids in Cambodia. They slaughtered these kids in Cambodia, and one of the reasons why this place, the Lost City, is not really like where 1,000 people go there, is because the Lost City is surrounded by landmines. You know, there if you don't know how to get there safely, you could get hurt because of the landmines.
Yeah.
They actually have special special people that help to clear way. So like if you have a path to go to this Lost City, you literally need to stay on that path.
Yeah, they didn't want anybody at that Lost. Cambodia did not want anybody there at that Lost City. Nope.
No. During their civil war, I mean, they really try to murder people. I mean, that's just it's not but it's a fact is a fact.
Genocide.
It's pretty sad. There was a I don't know what school it was. Here it is. There's a school called Tul Sve Prey High School, which became a detention center during the era of the Khmer Rouge. The Khmer Rouge was a communist party that ruled Cambodia from 1975 to 1979, and they forced Cambodians back into slavery and killed more than 2 million people.
Yeah, killing fields.
2 million people. And they also put it, they think that there's over 5 million of the bombs in the ground. There's a guy who helped take these bombs out, where when he was 10 years old, I don't know his name of the soldier, they killed his parents. They forced him to join the military, and at 10 years old, this kid was putting in these bombs in the ground. Of course, he never wanted to do that, but now he's trying to find all these bombs that he put in, and these are all outside, you know, the Lost City. So that's why you don't really hear too much, because it's not that it's not interesting.
Yeah,
actually, a dangerous place to go visit.
Yeah, stay with your tour group if you're there. There's tours. Well, I don't know about now with the fucking cornholio, but yeah, stay with your tour group, because you'll die. You'll die.
Well, I'm happy. I'm glad you're watching us so far, Rowan. I'm happy. I know you got to get back to work. I know. We all know that. So watch us later, and have an awesome rest of your day at work. And remember, we're your friends. We're your family. And if you ever want to go to Ancient Lost City, hook us up. We'll go with you.
Yeah, totally. We'll go there. I definitely want to go there. I want to see a few things. There's not just one, guys. There's multiple temples that are like 5 miles away that surround it. This place was a metropolis, you know, and again, with the dating, they say it's about 900 years old. They've made it with stone fucking tools. 900 years ago. These guys were rubbing sticks together, man. It's impossible to make this fucking.
Well, what's so special about this one Lost City? They think that the second one that they found, why this one was special, is because the second one is, they think, when that king with the power of the lingas was doing his magic.
Yes.
So what the big dig is about on this Lost City is they're trying to find that linga. They don't have it. They're looking for it, and they're thinking that when they dig deep into these cities, and man, Bob, you're an archaeologist.
Yeah.
When you do a dig, it's not like I don't know. Here's a picture. I don't know if there's a picture of a dig, but if you look at this picture of a dig, every dig has to be like squared off and has to be slowly, because you just can't dig like a shovel, because you can do damage to the artifacts that you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. People think
years.
Yeah, people think that like Indiana Jones, if you into that movie, he was a scavenger. He wasn't an archaeologist. He was a scavenger. Because when he went in to get the idol in the first one, the idol is one splinter of the entire thing. It's the context. It's not the artifact. It's the context it's found in. So the running through the temple with the fucking thing spitting out, that's important. The floor was important. The mechanisms that triggered everything was important. The idol itself was nothing. So in the same thing as here, it's the context. And you do one by one digs. It's very slow. You got one trowel. You're measuring everything. You find an artifact. You got to stop. You got to take pictures of it. You got to put the rulers out. You gotta use your GPS to mark the spot. There's 1,000 things you gotta do. It's just not digging with a shovel, man.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
This is so freaking cool.
What's that?
If you go to I'm sorry to stop you, but if you go to Google and you're trying to look for images of this, I'm going down. Look, our images here of you and I standing in front of it. Look, right there. You see it?
No shit, we're in Google, man. Yeah, we made Google images.
Look at that.
There we go. Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Remember now, this was all carved from sandstone, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, you could carve it with sandstone, or it could be carved, but the size of these pieces, just think of the pyramids with these blocks, the precision, the exact precision to carve both sides of a face. If you have two separate blocks, to be 100% identical to the other side of the cheek. So you're carving one side over to the other. Everything is symmetrically perfect. And again, every inch, micro fucking inch of this, unlike all the other temples around this fucking turtle, every little inch of this thing has a mural. It's carved completely 100%, with the exception of doorways. What they found to be doorways now used to be, but that's it. The whole damn thing is, again, with the comic book theory that back in the time they didn't have movies, they didn't have comics. The walls were the comic strip. The walls were comic strip. It was. The walls are covered in battles. And not only that, each fucking section of this entire temple has a different story. You could be there for a year and still get one section of a story. And that's that many stories on this thing. Littered with stories. It's a fucking book. This is one big ass temple comic book.
No, you're right. That the early days of like remember make it simple, guys. To make it simple, in the 80s, nobody really had TVs or television and stuff. So your trailers back in the 80s was a poster. Yeah. You look at a poster, and you're like, hey, I want to see that movie. That poster looks good. I mean, that's where you make up a whole story from a poster.
Yeah.
So if you take about here, looking at a picture, that's their poster. That's their diary.
Yeah.
Pictures and drawings.
The whole thing. And now, number one, remember when you guys are walking away from this video, is understand that this temple was Hindu. Okay. 100% originally Hindu. What you see standing there is a bunch of monks. These are Buddhists. Now, the Buddhists came much, much, much later in antiquity. The walls told the stories, correct. Buddhists came much later. In fact, I'm going to say it like this, and I hate to say it, no offense to the Buddhists, but they went in there and fucked up this place. Not all of it, but they went in there and just started to recarve and redo their own little stamp of religion. They pretty much try to mutilate this original Hindu religion. Trying to wipe it away. Then every religion that comes in new tries to wipe out the previous civilization. Every fucking Christians try to wipe out the pagans, and then the Muslims try to wipe out the Christian. I don't know. The Buddhists try to wipe out the Hindus. Everybody tries to wipe each other out. So just giving you guys context. Remember, this is stories. The comic book stories around the whole temple are Hindu. Okay. Hindu. And Eric, you keep going. There's some more information I'm going to give. I'm going to fill up the coffee though, but there's more, and there's more. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just trying to. This is a small picture, but it's a small picture of like when they square something out.
Yeah.
You can see how they're trying to dig in a perfect. Because you don't want to miss any artifacts.
No, it's got to be. I remember doing a trial. I was in East Timor, Indonesia, guys, when I did my field school for archaeology. And man, you got to carve that wall flush straight. It's got to be smooth because you got to be able to see the stratigraphy you got to see the different layers of soil. And every layer of soil gives you a time scale of what came next, what came next, what came next. So that's why you see when you do archaeology, the digs, all the pits are always smooth squared. And you run strings across it so you can plumb it. You could actually you run the line down and you measure from top to bottom, from side to side. Everything has to be measured and recorded. And then you get to the artifacts. That's the last thing you'll find, other than doing the context of the digs. It's insane, man. It's a lot of fucking work. Just one square. It's a lot of work. It's with a trowel. Used to be a site you can go on called shovelbums.com. I used to look it up, man. I used to dream about going on these massive digs. And I got one good one in Indonesia, East Timor, Indonesia, right after the Civil War, which was fucking awesome. But yes, Cambodia and this temple, this 900-year-old temple, my ass, it's much, 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 much older. Much older.
Well, archaeologists have uncovered an ancient lost city that was once a capital of Khmer Empire in Cambodia. Mahendraparvata, or the Mountain of Indra, King of the Gods, was an early site of an ancient empire and was found by one of the ground surveys and overhead laser scanning, according to recent reports published by Archaeology Journal. According to the city, massive temples built bricks and stones. What they mean is they got these new technology now that they have a helicopter fly around, and there's basically a laser that scopes the ground and looks for shapes. So now, back in the day where you had to like Bob shovel to find things even in the first place, they got helicopter now that scan that says, okay, we want you to dig there now. We see something from above.
Yeah, they look for
like when they're looking for Titanic, they have the new machines to look for anything that's disturbed in the ground.
Yeah. Well, they're finding them all over the place because now they've got, again, Eric, he's talking about exactly. They scan the surface. They look for earthen mounds and structures, and you can see an imprint. You can actually see a footprint of old buildings and old. Now they're just fucking pyramids are becoming a joke because they're finding everywhere. A guy called Praveen Mohan covers a lot of ancient temples and archaeology. Yeah, because you can do that now.
Yeah.
The technology we have now, it's just opened the fuck up.
Yeah. Yes, Bob. Mainstream archaeologists have to say 900 years, but we all know as they do much older. Well,
hold on. Let me stop Juan Torres for a second. Now, I'm not, again, guys, I'm not screaming, man. This is not a Mandela effect show, but you've misspelled archaeology. According to modern, you forgot the A, my good friend Juan. It's everybody puts the A in it now. Archaeology. Put the A in front of the. You remember it like I do. So just giving you that. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then Texas Danny's listening. Hey, Texas Danny, we talked about you earlier in the show saying, I noticed on the Google Maps that Australia keeps growing. And I said, I bet you Texas Danny has the new results of how big it's getting.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on Australia. That fucker's getting fat. It's moving up to the Indonesian line.
Did you say these builders of Khmer Empire were not Masonic members, but something, you're right, Eric, in the cemetery displayed the perfection only known in antiquity outside of the realm of most modern tech.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacred geometry involved in this, guys. A lot of mathematics. Sagittarius arm by yes, amigo. Yes, of course. Yes, we are. That's why we remember these things. So another very important things for you guys to remember about the Hindu culture, the Hindu religion, is that a lot of, if not most of them, worship Shiva. Shiva is the number one god for whatever purposes. That's their god, Shiva. Now, in this temple, which is much to me, much older, it's Vishnu. Okay, understand that they had celebrated Vishnu, not Shiva. Shiva was involved. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a pantheon of gods on these walls and micro little fucking carvings everywhere. So you have Shiva, okay, all over the place. But this one's centered on Vishnu. Understand the difference. You should probably, Eric, look up the difference now. That's one of the major things that people don't talk about what this temple is. Or they just talk about the temple and how cool it is archaeologically. No. Let's go back to the basics when it comes to anthropology and religion. Vishnu, not Shiva. Okay. Also, the majority of temples point. They all point east. So they point east. This one, Eric, points west. And it's Vishnu. And they celebrate Vishnu as the prime god, and it points west, not east. Understand that. And it's much older. So the original temple points west. I always scream, go west. I think the Vikings always said, we're going west. Everybody goes west. In the United States, they went west, not east.
Wasn't there
everybody points.
Wasn't there a Pet Shop Boys song called Go West?
I think so, like Western. I can't remember. Yeah, West. But that's significant, guys. That is huge. And we're going to go into the other details about some other cool stuff. But I'll let Eric take it away. But keep this in mind. The difference between this temple, which is much older, is that they worship Vishnu and they point west, not east. Even in Islam, they're buried facing east.
I was right. Pet Shop Boys got a song called Go West.
Yeah, go west. There's a truth drop song for you. So keep that in mind, guys. Write this down. If next time you look at this temple in your mind and you're like, well, now I know that this pointing west.
See?
Not east. There you go.
Go West.
Go west.
Song's called Go West. I remember that.
Why is that a theme, Eric? The West thing is a theme. Always West. West is if you're into the Mandela effects, whatever. There's a lot of Western.
Yeah. We're talking about the song Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. That's a different song. There's not a Mandela change here. The song's actually called Go West, not West End Girls.
Not Western Girl. Go West. Okay, yeah, it's like go West. So going west seems to be a dominant, weird
Town Boys and West End Girls.
I like that. I love that. It's one of my favorite songs, by the way. I don't know.
It's a good song, but this is a total different song by Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah,
it's called Go West. It was on the album after this one, and I forgot what the name of these albums are.
Yeah,
I like them.
So if you're an archaeologist, that is
map was north. There you go.
Yeah, well, north. But a lot of the temples, even a lot of religions, they always point east. Everything goes east for some reason. But this old one goes west. It points west. Again, with Vishnu, you might want to pop up, Eric. Maybe I'm gonna grab some coffee. Maybe show people the difference between Vishnu and Shiva. Or put up a picture of Vishnu. There you go.
How the hell you spell that?
Just misspell it, and then Google corrects it for you because it's
designed. What do you call that word? Shiva?
Look up Vishnu first.
Vishnu. How the fuck?
I'll say it slow. Vishnu. Like just say Vishnu. Vishnu. Then put God behind it.
Vishnu. Okay, there we go.
Vishnu, yeah. Get a picture of Vishnu up for people to take a good gander at. Go west.
He spelled it too. Black Sheep spelled it. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry.
His name is Paul, right? I always get it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Paul. So here's Vishnu, guys. Here's Vishnu. There we go. Thank you. Maybe talk about Vishnu. I'm gonna grab some coffee, but take a look at Vishnu, or have Paul talk about Vishnu. He can. I'm gonna just take 2 seconds with this. I hate not having coffee, but this is Vishnu, and this is their god that they use now. Mostly, it's Shiva everywhere, guys. It's a huge difference. Understand that? That's like a whole different god.
You sure that's a guy? That picture looks like a girl.
Yeah, they always look feminine like that, but they're not. That's actually a guy.
Oh, let's see. Look at the picture. Let's see. If you're looking at the picture, I'm trying to look. I always look at pictures like a clue. What's this? Vishnu had a giant bird, a Garuda. A giant bird, Garuda. Huh. Is there like a picture here? Let me see here. I just got your email, Black Sheep. Thanks for responding. I appreciate that. Hope for the best, my friend. Okay, I'm sorry here. Let me look here. I'm trying to see if there's a picture of a giant bird. What? People who Photoshop should be ashamed of themselves, right? Photoshop. How dare they? Man, you never catch me doing Photoshop. My stuff is first class. No, it's very interesting, people. You know, like I said, when we break down movies, right? Because there's always clues on where these movies come from. And one of the great things, like George Lucas, man, I'm telling you this, George Lucas, I'm telling you, something happened to George Lucas when he crashed in his car, where he actually almost died. And when he was in the hospital, he had vision of the Star Wars. He had vision of all these movies. I mean, all these movies came from visions from him. I'll talk about Crystal Skulls. David Spielberg did not want to do Crystal Skulls. George Lucas did.
Yeah.
His stories, Star Wars, it all comes from these ancient stories like this. I mean, it's really amazing. It's what's this here? Dark glass. What do you say? Gold West is referring to the westing as in dying. That's awesome. Didn't know that. Shiva the Destroyer. Let me type that in here. Shiva the Destroyer. Shiva the Destroyer. Let me see here. Let me see here. I also pulled up. Let me see here.
Shiva?
Oh, I was pulling up. Somebody wrote Shiva the Destroyer.
Yeah.
So here's a picture of Shiva the Destroyer sitting on a tiger.
So this is the primary god. This is the one that most of them go to. This is their go-to god. So this is what we have presently in Hindu culture is Shiva with their multiple arms and all that fun stuff. Shiva, the destroyer. The Shiva is the destroyer and creator. It's kind of the yin yang of the gods. Destroyer and creator. A lot of people, they have a lot of things about, they think the multi-arms. Now, if you guys have noticed that they have multi-arms, okay, so there's two standing arguments within the archaeology and anthropology is that, okay, so this god has multiple arms to do multiple tasks. The other argument is, Eric, just like comic books, or like this way. You remember the movie The Matrix when they shoot at Neo and he moves so fast that you see multiple different stages of his body moving, like his arms, like he's got multiple different stages of his body moving.
Yeah, they really also did that with Doctor Strange.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, Doctor Strange in the Marvel movie where he was looking at his body where things are happening slow motion.
In slow motion. So the other standing argument is, guys, like in a comic book, these are just simply like comic drawings, that his multiple arms is just him in motion. So he's only got 2 arms. So Shiva and Vishnu and the gods in the pantheon in Hinduism, they only have 2 arms, but they're in motion. You understand? They're in motion, so they're doing 2 to 3 things at the same time. It's able to move so fast within the matrix, the same concept of the matrix. In fact, the matrix guys got the idea from Hinduism, from the gods, the depiction of the gods with the multiple arms. They only have 2 arms, but they're just moving so fast. That's the other argument. So it's up to you guys of what you want. I tend to believe that one. That they, again, see right here, it's just doing multiple things at the same time within the matrix. You understand that? These guys have gone so far above with the Jedi fucking warrior shit, whatever. They can do anything within the matrix. These could have been real people, as argued. Ice cream, Eric, from your freezer.
You know, what's funny about the ice cream? That ice cream brand is called Fat Boy, and my son goes, Dad, isn't that kind of strange? Why would you call an ice cream a Fat Boy? Is that like basically telling somebody you're fat if you're eating this? Why would you call, you know what I mean? My son just said that. I'm like thinking about it because, you know, when I heard the ice cream called Fat Boy, I'm just like, you know, it's called Fat Boy. But he goes, Dad, isn't it kind of weird to call an ice cream a Fat Boy?
I'm not actually fat, guys.
Like, oh, okay, I got it. I get it.
It's so good.
What is it? Yeah. Isn't that Ganesh?
Oh, Ganesh, another pantheon god. Possibly they all look the same. They all have the multiple arms.
Yeah, 2 arms makes them 7-pointed, which is divine number. I just want to say hi, listening and cooking dinner. Much love, everyone. All right. What are we cooking for dinner?
Ginger grit. I love ginger.
If you're having dinner, I'm trying to think here. If you're having dinner, you're either in the UK or at least in the East Coast, because it's 2:14 here. So East Coast would be 5:14. So shepherd's pie. Oh, that sounds
my
good.
God. Oh God.
Oh, shepherd's pie.
Tell me you're using cloves. People always forget to use cloves in shepherd's pie. It's what makes the damn pie. So I don't know if you use carrots with yours or not. I don't want to go with that. It sounds too damn good. I'm eating ice cream. But yeah.
I'm actually a good cook, Ginger. I'm actually a damn good cook. I got some good cook. I got some recipes. But she's sure getting me hungry.
I'm getting hungry.
And didn't West represent death because the sun went down in the West, or did that come much later?
No, correct. Yes. The West is death because that's where the sun sets. So everything pointed, correct. Thank you for saying that. Everything pointed east because that's when the sun comes up. So that's birth.
Bob is still light out in the UK. No, actually, Bob's in my backyard.
I'm in the backyard.
He's in my backyard.
I'm in the United States of America at the moment. I'm doing my American tour.
Yeah, he's in my backyard. He's actually eating my ice cream that I bought.
Yeah, I'm loving America. Oh my God, it's spiritual over here, man. I love England too, but it's just something. It's like everything's dead there. It reminds me of too many.
Yeah, well, one of the things Bob said when he was back, and he was you know, I do a lot of cooking, right? And Bob's eating my food. He's like, one great thing about your cooking is I don't have to add salt because you already automatically add salt. And Bob was like, in the UK, they don't like salt.
You don't add no damn salt.
They don't put salt in anything. Or did you say they don't really put butter on their popcorn?
They don't put hot butter on their popcorn. They don't add salt.
Who does not put
Minimal
butter on
amount.
popcorn going to movie theaters?
Very minimal amount of everything, with the exception of curry, because they have a lot of Indian culture there. So a lot of curry, but other than that, no salt or anything. It's kind of bland. Food's good, though. It's really good. It's just you got to add salt to it. That's about it. Then it brings the flavor out.
I know. I still remember when I was in Denmark, going to their movie theater. I'm like, where's your butter? Oh, we don't put butter on popcorn. What do you mean you don't put butter on popcorn? You can't go to the movies without butter on a popcorn. That's why you go to the movie theaters. You can put that hot butter on the popcorn. Because you know why? I just went to the movies just this last Friday with the wife. What we did, we put butter on the popcorn. Actually, I didn't tell you. I always add salt. I didn't tell you, Bob, about that. Cicely and I went to the movies, and we went and saw a movie called Land. Okay. This might sound weird. Now,
Land.
Yeah, it's called Land, and it's a when you see the trailers, whatever, it looks like I guess you could say a drama. I don't want to really use the word chick flick or not, but when we saw this movie called Land here.
Chick flick.
Where it was a good movie. It was actually a good movie where this woman, she lost her husband and child, right? And so it was everything. So she decided to live in the mountains.
Oh,
she's a city girl. So it's basically her trying to find a way to live with the land and like dying because you take the land for granted. You take the environment like the cities, everything's given to you, power almost. And when you go off living the land, where you got to provide for yourself,
wow,
power and stuff, and all that, and it's about, I guess you could say, discovering yourself. But it was actually it was nice. It was actually decent. It was beautiful. And what the best smart thing they did in this movie was, it was just 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you kind of got to the points, and then the movie was over. Where some of these dramas, they draw it out so much, you just want to freaking run. But watching this movie really made you understand, like, what if you lost your whole family and that's everything. Going out in the woods is something that you want to get back to nature. Nature, getting back to nature, hearing the birds again, and it just reminded me when you and I were talking a long time ago, like when the pandemic is happening and stuff, we tell people, guys, relax, go to the park, go to nature, listen to the birds again, listen to the wind, listen to the rain, become part of it. And the only thing was weird, Bob, the only thing I said is I don't understand why they did this, right?
What's that?
He said she's supposed to be in the mountains of Wyoming.
Okay.
Now, technically, the whole movie was filmed in Alberta, Canada.
Oh, it's cheaper.
So I know, but nobody cares what kind of mountains you're in. Why not just say you're in the Alberta, Canada mountains? I mean, is Wyoming.
She's supposed to be in the United States of America. That's
people don't really care. I mean, it doesn't. To me, I'm just sitting there like, it's not like Wyoming's a popular state. Wyoming's like Montana, Idaho. Yeah. They're there, but they're not. Yeah, they're. I just said Alberta mountains. I don't care if it's Canada or America, but
because a lot of Americans are like, oh, that's Canadian. Fuck that. Like what's wrong with Canada? But they're like, oh, this is gonna be like no salt on French fries.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking right now, if we got some Canadians in the chat right now saying, hey,
no disrespect to Canada.
Hey, don't dirt on us. We're just as important as Americans. And actually, everybody from Canada and British, apparently you're all better actors than Americans because every American show is all British actors. What did he say?
Yeah, I had to leave America.
Extra service at restaurants. Huh. Pepper's always.
When did Pepper become? Yeah, yes. Well, I guess I don't know about America, but it is in In England, it's you got to ask for salt. You got to ask for it if you're in a drive-through.
Shiva is also Janus. Okay.
Well, there you go. There's the Janus connection. Oh, by the way, our Aunt Janice just passed away. God bless her soul. Eric and I been dealing with that emotional stress. One of our aunts just passed away. If our cousin watches, our condolences, man. That's fucked up. God damn. It's been a rough. It's been a rough one.
Just letting you know, she did not pass away from any flues. It was a natural, normal cause. So don't bring anything up with the P word, guys. It was actually a normal, in a weird, sensitive way. In a weird, it puts things in perspective in a lot of ways where it's like, no matter what we're doing in life, we're getting older. I mean, that's why I always say, man, if you don't start enjoying life now, it could be over just like that. It could just
over just like that.
Live. You know, that's why I always say, if you're an
she was our Aunt Janice. Her name was Janice. She was our Janice. So I'm familiar with that name. I've used that name my entire life, Janice. So that's what's interesting about that. It's unusual that now Janus seems to be a relevant god in this timeline, which is again goes back to issues.
I'm sorry. So I guess no one gets the regular flu anymore.
I guess not, right? It's like congratulations if you have the regular flu. That's very rare.
It was just Bob when I mentioned to somebody else that our aunt died, and the first thing that person says, "Oh, did she have the no?"
No. We did have a cousin that died from. We did have a blood cousin.
Yeah, that yes
died from.
Yeah, and he was only 50.
Barely 50, man. That's damn. So I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, back to Janus and the gods at the temple, and we're going to go into a conversation here for a lot of you guys that are going to be kind of weirded on. Did they, in fact, have solar power? Did they have some sort of energy at the temples? They found 5. Yeah, well, okay. So if you look at the temple, Eric, if you bring up the temples, you're going to see the center.
What temple? The Lost City, the one we're looking at?
I'm talking about, yeah.
Okay.
If you the center temple, you're going to see it's the highest point of the center temple, the highest point.
I must have accidentally exited out, but I'll get it back.
Did not just put a fucking rip in my cigarette. Talking to you. God damn it. Let's see.
Let's see here. Let me get back the images. I accidentally exit out. Usually I exit out all tabs I'm not using because too many tabs.
Yeah. So there's a center, guys. There's this big square. It's all sacred geometry if you want to go into that detail. But there's a big square, and in the center there's a large centered temple. It goes straight up. On the very tippy top of that center temple, there is a hole, and that hole goes down like 90 feet, 900 feet. I can't look at my paperwork, but anyway. It goes down pretty far. So there's the center temple. If you look at this, we'll just the center one. There's a hole on top. Okay, so archaeologists were like, "What the fuck is this?" So the hole goes all the way down into what we'd call the sub basement or whatever. We'll just use the word basement. Down at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Down in there was evidence for a sarcophagus or a box. A big stone box. Okay, so what at noon, now remember it's facing west. So at noon, at high noon, the sun perfectly peers into the hole and sends out its photons into quantum mechanics down into that tube, and it reaches the box. And the box would have a hole up on top, and whatever's in that box is storing power, they assume by the archaeologists, based off another temple that's 5 miles away, who also has a similar structure, and at the base of it, they have a box. And in that small square sarcophagus box, they said, well, there must be human remains. No, there's no human remains because people don't get it. Hindu do not. That's a Western idea. Hindus do not put relatives in a box. There's bones and shit. That's an that's a Western philosophy. They burn their dead. You understand it? They burn it to ashes. So they don't traditionally have a corpse next to any temple. It's unsanitary. So they don't have bodies in the temples here. So in this box,
he's trying to help you, Bob. He's trying to help you.
I know. I think I put a hole in it while I was talking. I know exactly. So anyway, they around that temple, they also found turtles. Okay, turtles, and the turtles had a square on top, and archaeologists opened it up, and what they found inside, and what they think is in the box, and what they're assuming was in the other box, is guess what, Eric? Guess what they found inside the box? Take a guess.
The Ten Commandments.
No, actually, that's a good guess because that box could have the same kind of stuff. Crystals. They found quartz crystals. They found metal, like I can't remember. It's not copper, but anyway, it's similar to it. Conduct electricity with, and they also found a liquid silica, like a liquidy soft silica. Again, and with crystals and metal wires going everywhere. So they're going, what the fuck? So this thing stores energy like a battery, assuming that's what it is. It's stored energy in these crystals. Okay, they found them inside of the turtles. Like like batteries, the same concept of like the Baghdad kind of a battery kind of an idea, but the same battery concept in these crystals. So they're assuming it was in the center of that one with the same makeup was that what was evidence of the box was there, same size box as the other one they found 5 miles away. Also could have been filled with silica crystals or quartz crystals and pipe and that liquid silica. It was a goddamn battery. It was storing energy. So the sun would go there at a specific time at noon, straight down into the box. The photons and the radiation would reach it and store energy inside there. So these boxes, somehow old ancient technology stored fucking power. Yes, a power station. It's the same makeup as a battery. In fact, now, presently, in modern times, we have a liquid silica. It's a soft silica batteries, Eric. We have that now. And we just made that technology when they had it back then. So it's evidence to show that these guys had early technologies and they actually had electricity stored. But for some reason, they stored them in these crystals. The same thing, we don't know if these crystal skulls that were, according to the native culture in America, that was passed around by the sky gods, 13 skulls, this temple obviously probably had one of those crystal skulls. We just don't know because when the Buddhists came in, they raided everything. They took everything out and sold it, and God knows what else has been taken out of there. But the box is missing and all the stuff inside of it's gone. So there could have been a crystal skull in there. It stored energy the same way as but they found, Eric, they found that crystal skull, Eric, remember, in South America in another temple, which also had the sun coming in through the window down into the fucking crystal skull.
I'm telling you, George Lucas is a smarter man than we think.
So it turns out, yeah, this is all. Remember in the movie in Temple of Doom, those rocks they had were pure quartz.
Yeah,
they were pure quartz.
Well, remember, if you remember, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the medallion had a quartz in the middle of the medallion, and if you take that medallion, you put it in the ground at a certain time when the sun hits that quartz, it shoots the beam to show you the exact location of the Lost Ark. It just goes on how much power that a quartz can do from the sun, and what kind of energy it could do.
Now, people, modern times, down in Italy, I think it's around Italy, the Mediterranean area, Italy, they have a new collider. It's a new laser collider. Just like the hydrogen collider over in fucking Shitsville. Another fucking collider. In this particular type of collider, they're shooting a laser into a diamond-esque silica or whatever it is, quartz, diamond-esque object, which is going to splits apart the photons. It's going to split it apart like colliding. It's another new idea, but it's not a new idea. These guys were doing it too. So what they're doing right now to split another fucking, they're doing another kind of a collider of the LHC fucking thingy over in Italy, is the same technology that these guys had done. What we think now, to throw this out there, is 2 million years ago. I'm, as an anthropologist, as me and my own fucking self, I think this thing is older than 2 million years old.
They say quartz is neither solid or liquid, but oscillates at a certain frequency. Yep. And yeah, George Lucas THX, that's his baby. That's his baby.
And people are saying, why, Robert, do you think this thing is over 2 million years old and not 900 years old? Because of the carvings on the wall, those little micro carvings on the wall. What you guys might not know is over 2 million years ago, they used to have elephants with 4 tusks. Not 2, 4 tusks. And on the side carving, Eric, on that wall, they have depictions of elephants with 4 tusks. And everyone's like, well, that can't be real. That's just a cartoon. No, they did have 4 tusks 2 million years ago. The bottom 2 teeth had come out. So you have the 2 top tusks, which are technically teeth, and 2 teeth that come up from the bottom. 2. There was a total of 4 tusks. And guess what they have on that wall? 4 tusks elephants. And they died out extinction about 2 million years ago. And there they are. This thing can't be 900 years old. Also, they have, oh God, is it another, several extinct species on the wall. What the fuck is it called? It was, oh, you might want to have to talk, Eric, because I don't have it written somewhere. Oh, it's called a hyenodon. They drew a picture of a hyenodon. A hyenodon is an extinct 2 million years ago species of hyena that it's gone. It's on the wall. Ow! So they're drawing extinct species on the wall that died out 2 million years ago. I think there's even a dinosaur there. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I can hear that wind. No, somebody wrote, look up George Lucas, and I did a George Lucas. I made a George Lucas video. George Lucas died on June 12th in a car accident, and how everything that he saw in image is when he was in a hospital bed. And it's just, I really, really feel that you might think I'm crazy that George Lucas kind of saw the future. I mean, like you're talking about, everything you're talking about is what he's done in his movies. I mean, you go with the Lost Ark, making a movie about trying to find the Lost Ark with the 10 Commandments, trying to find out where the location is, having a medallion with the quartz with the power of the sun. And then, then you go, like you said, the idol, researching for in the beginning of the movie. Then you go into the Temple of Doom, basically about the 3 rocks that came from this story about the lingas. And then, and then you got the Holy Grail about drinking the Holy Grail, the cup of extended life. And then the crystal skulls about he's the only one that wanted the crystal skulls made. Nobody else did. But it's like the man's got these stories and they all come from somewhere. And if you just look at those movies, it's like a map of where the story's coming from, the power, the sun, everything. You put it all together, and it's just so freaking interesting. I wish you and I can actually travel through Cambodia. Wouldn't that just be freaking fun? I mean, Travel Channel. You guys want to have fun? You send us to this place. Because what I would
I'll let
do
you know the truth.
before I walk up there, I'd be like, Bob, take one for the team. Walk through those woods, and if Bob doesn't blow up, baby, we're gonna be safe.
Crawl with it with a
Sorry, off topic,
dagger.
one of the first so-called nuclear reactors was called the Janus Reactor. Holy Christ! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. So stored energy, you know,
That is not off topic. That's about power. That's what we're talking about, power.
If you have crystals that split, okay, you know, when you make a nuclear bomb, basically they're splitting an atom. I mean, without going into fucking details, the layman's term, they split an atom. Once the save, you had what they're practicing now over in, I guess, in Italy, is they're trying to split photons inside of these crystal catalysts, whatever. They're splitting them. Okay, so what's to say the difference that you can't split? So if you've got photons coming from the sun and you're hitting the particular crystals, it's not splitting them? Understand that, like a nuclear fucking reaction? And they even have at the base, guys, of these boxes, there's a hole, like a weird shaped hole where something comes out. Obviously, if it's that hot, they need water. And in Cambodia, it rains all the time. So even if you have the sun come out and hit it for a while, they got to put water in this thing. Obviously, it's designed to have water flush through it to keep whatever it is cool. So again, it goes back to like a nuclear reactor, because nuclear reactors use water to cool it down, to cool the cores down. They use water. So if you Fukushima, they're having a problem because they couldn't cool it down. That's why they had that problem.
Oh, you know what? I gotta make an apology to our D-Live people.
Uh-oh.
Our D-Live fans. We got a lot of people who joined the channel. Cream Lips 48, Sunray Minor, and Sunray Minor wrote, "Hello, fellas. What's today's topic? I'm in Australia." And the reason I'm apologizing is when D-Live is a little different than Twitter and YouTube.
Oh.
On every show you do, you actually have to manually go in there and type in, or it'll say the exact same show you did a couple days ago. Because before D-Live today, I went in there, and the title was still "The Dead Don't Die."
Yeah.
And we did that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the dead don't die.
And I keep forgetting that on D-Live, you actually have to literally go in there and change it manually so they know what your topic is. So people on the D-Live, I apologize. And we got 2 people on Facebook actually watching us. Jason Walker, a great friend that we grew up with, and Angelica Guerrera.
Yeah. So, guys, this temple, okay, so the temple, I'm just telling you my thing. You can read her name. Yeah. Like Total Recall original.
It reminds me of the end scene in Total Recall original. Right. I'm trying to think of the ending. I can't remember.
So the temple faces west, unlike all the other temples that face east. Okay, they worship Vishnu. Okay, we get that. Okay, because it's facing west, you have that largest tower with the box at the bottom. We're assuming it's filled with some sort of crystals of some sort. Photons reach it. Not only that, rain can get in there. So you have the perfect reactor. So what you're looking at, in my theory, is a goddamn nuclear reactors. It's a power plant. They're using crystals to break down the suns. They're breaking down the atoms from the sun, the photons from the sun, to make nuclear power. It's a nuclear power plant, or it's a solar power plant by breaking down the photons from the sun. It's a power plant. Get it? It's got the big. If you guys look at a conductor, if you guys look at a power plant, how it's shaped, you know how it's shaped, Eric. You know what I'm talking about? It kind of keeps it trapped. Well, it's a fucking power plant. It's the same as the damn pyramids. They're power plants. Because in England, they also found a sarcophagus. They found the same black sarcophagus in the pyramid in Egypt. Well, people assumed it was a body, but it's not a body. It's fucking crystals, man. It's silica. They were splitting fucking.
Bob has 3 arms.
It was a power plant.
Apparently, Bob, you got 3 arms.
I think I went off.
I guess you're releasing great. You're generating air. Rods are released to generate air. Now, instead of rods, Bob's is releasing generate air. Look at the windstorm that Bob's causing. Can you hear me? Hello? I think we lost them. Oh, don't you love losing people? Nah, we're supposed to rain windstorm today, so so yeah. I mean, it's so interesting in life to investigate this stuff. I mean, that's what life is, right, guys? I mean, we're supposed to be researching, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. Searching and researching. That's what keeps us going. I think one of the not fear, not the fear of getting old, the fear of not able to get around anymore, not able to go out and do these research and discovery, because there's so much stuff on this planet that we're still discovering. It's really such an amazing thing, because we're spending all this money in space, right? Going to Mars and stuff. But it's like, I'm not saying exploring in space is not important. But the truth is, only a select percentage of people, even on this planet, is to ever go search in space. But there's so much here on this planet Earth that lost cities. It's really amazing, and wouldn't you love one day to be able to get in some kind of a magical submarine and go in certain depths of the ocean that nobody's ever been there? We're looking for what we already know. Hence, it's called researching. Yeah, yeah. I guess you could say that we're technically researching, but your brain still gotta search. That's what makes you move forward. I think once you're done searching, it's almost like life itself is not really worth living anymore. You want to keep searching. Like Black Sheep, one of the things I love watching your show is I learn so much. And like you said, some of the stuff that might already been covered, you might already covered it before, or we're just retreading on some subjects that's been 20, 30 documentaries already. But sometimes by listening to different people, we're still learning, we're still moving forward. And you can't ask for anything better than that.
I think I'm back. I was lost for a little bit.
Now you're back. I was just explaining that there's so much more to research and find, even on this planet. Even if you heard the stuff before, it's just you never want to stop learning.
They're suppressing information.
I don't know. It's one of those things that when you're young, right? The History Channel, the Learning Channel. You're like, forget all that. You just want to go out and drink and party. But then you get to a certain age, like, man, searching and researching and documentaries and going out finding these things yourself is so much better than going to a party and get drunk and passing out and throwing up on a toilet.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather go there.
Yeah, me too.
It's just.
Well, I want to see what they found in the turtles, because if you guys know about the technologies for solar panels, they use silica, and they use a liquid soft silica, and they use like a certain types of wires, copper wires, electrical conductive wires. It's the same thing they found inside the turtles at the temple. It's the same stuff. So you can't tell me that this is not a fucking battery. You can't tell me this is not a power source, a power station. That was a damn power station. It probably lit up the whole fucking area. Probably powered up everything. I mean, and with power, you can look like a god. So if you came up with technology, if you came up with technology for electricity 2 million years ago, you can be a god.
This is why I love our people in this chat. Don't explore Uranus.
And don't explore Uranus. It's got rings around Uranus.
What are silica pellets good for?
Well, the silica pellets are basically used for conducting electricity. It's a conductor.
It always got me when they don't investigate the oceans. You guys remember the series called Sequest? Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I remember Sequest.
And I think a lot of our secrets that are probably in that ocean, just like that movie, the movie about the aliens in the water in the ocean.
I forgot that. I know it's a good movie. I remember that movie.
The Abyss.
The Abyss. Yes, under the water. Yeah. If you got a ship that can withstand the pressures of space, you can surely withstand the pressures of water. Yeah. But yeah, man, they talk about these crystal skulls. All these crystals, guys, is old technology, stored energy. You know, it wouldn't surprise me that these families, and I call them the families that are actually in charge behind the curtain, already have all this information, and they're just suppressing it. They don't want you having. So look at Texas, Eric, where a guy got $16,000 fucking electricity bill in a crisis. Everyone's got thousands of dollar bills. When you have this old technology, you can give everybody free electricity. Tesla was talking about free electricity up in the ether. There's free electricity in the ether, and a lot of these mud flood buildings have super fucking conductor antennas coming up to do what?
Well, I tell you what, I need
they're light in archaeology. We studied them in archaeology, and they said they're lightning rods. I go,
oh, did we lose you? Hello? I think we lost them. Hey, Black Sheep. Look at the Sequest symbol. That little symbol shape of that circle in the middle of the triangle. Is there a meaning behind that triangle? The power of the triangle and the little circle. I was just curious if they got that as a meaning or that's just a cute design. Just curious.
oh.
Are you there, Bob?
Yeah, I'm barely here. I don't know what's going on, man. We're being shut down a little bit.
I remember.
Yeah.
That's weird coming out of the ocean with the picture. No, I was just asking Black Sheep if you're there, Bob. Is there a meaning behind that Sequest symbol, the triangle and that circle in the middle?
Well, you know, everything now has a triangle. It's the matrix that we live in keeps giving us that triangle. It keeps popping up. It's, you know, it's the old, you know, the old the life's plan. You're either at the bottom of the triangle or at the top of the tippy top of the triangle. Everyone has a job within the bricks of the, like the song from We Don't Need No, you know, Pink Floyd. The Wall, you know, everybody's a piece in the wall. I don't know, but triangles it has its mathematical answers too, depending which pyramid you're looking at. It's all math. Everything is math. Back then, when they have, you know, down in South America where they have those big elongated skulls, once your brain reaches a certain capacity, you're just pure math at that point. Everything's math. Everything's geometry. You think in forms of geometry. So the pyramids are simply geometry. If you look at the skulls of all the pharaohs, they had elongated fucking skulls. They also had, I can get my face on here now, the elongated skulls. And we have, our heads look like they're going that direction, by the way. But yeah, you start thinking mathematically. You start thinking in symbols. You don't use the little fucking Romans version of letters, a Romans version of numbers. You start using symbology. You start using all those things that you see on the walls of the pharaohs it would have. It's all geometry, sacred geometry. Once your head, like the pharaoh's heads, and then they take the people try to copy the gods and then wrap their fucking children's heads up with planks of wood. Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
Mutilation. Horrible.
It's a diamond.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fun. Fun having a brain like that.
So guys, remember we're getting
it is a diamond. Alchemy symbol, yes. Actually, the triangle is a symbol of water. Depending on what direction it points, it's water. Yeah. It'll also be symbol of fertility. It's feminism. It's feminine. It's effeminate. It's fertility. It's water. Childbirth. The whole fucking 9 yards.
Well, guys, what we're gonna do is we're getting close to end the show, so remember, don't forget. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Don't forget to let me put this in here real quick. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you weren't in the beginning of the show. Don't forget to subscribe to my website, and then by signing up, you'll be able to get my weekly newsletter, which explains every show that we do. Like here's Monday's show, Ancient Lost City, and there's an article about it. So there's an article, and then I have my Wednesday show in here about the down the Matrix hole with our guest Bigfoot Anomius is going to be on, and then Friday we're going to be breaking down Freddy Krueger about using dreams, about using the actually dreams to get to you, to not like kill you in real life, to kill you in your dreams.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm gonna put additional stuff that sometimes I'll do a video only on my website, and I'll be putting those on the weekly newsletter, so you guys know I did another video that you haven't saw. You can just click over there and watch it. I'm probably going to be doing tomorrow. I'm probably going to be doing a show on my website, so that's another reason to subscribe. So you can watch some shows. And what's nice about owning your own website is I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to worry about getting a strike or not getting a strike. I can say what I want. Don't have to, pressure free and all that. So don't forget to subscribe so you get this newsletter, because otherwise I don't know your email address. I can't get this to you if I don't know your email address. And if you feel like you don't want to subscribe to the website itself, then just email me. I'm going to put my email address in here. Just email me and say, hey, Eric, can you add my email to your list? And then I can email you directly. But it's easier from the website. But if you don't want to subscribe, that's cool. Just send me your email through my email address, and then I'll make sure that you're on that list. And like I said, it's a fun website. I'm learning more every day than I ever have. So it's going to get better and better and all that. So please subscribe. And then, guys, Wednesday we're going to be going down the Matrix hole. And what that's about is we don't even know. We got Bigfoot Anomius coming on, and it's going to be energetic, because if you've seen this guy before, he's 100 miles per hour. I mean, he's go, 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 go.
Bring your questions.
Bring questions. He's written some books. So and you guys got comic book question. He works at a comic book store. So
if you have a comic book question, yes.
He does. So beyond that, I guess we'll end the show before Bob gets blown away and we'll lose him for good. So beyond that, guy, it was a fun show today. It was fantastic. And hopefully one day that all you guys can get yourself a quartz crystal and you can do magic powers.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. Look, if I do this. Oh, isn't it cool, Bob?
That's cool.
When I turn the crystal on, the crystal is green. So it starts to camouflage.
We're moving into crystal technology, Eric.
Dude, I'm doing this with CGI. See how much better we're getting at CGI magic?
Yes, we're going to be doing crystal energy pretty soon.
Chris-
Don't forget to like and sub, people. I want 30,000 subs coming up. I need 30,000.
Yeah, we want 30,000 subs soon. So beyond that, guys, we'll see you later.